Let's hear from Aaron Boone about the outcome of this one in the manager's report, brought to you by Toyota.
Aaron, your team battled to take the lead twice, only to have it end like that. Just how brutal a loss is this one to take?
Yeah, tough one. I thought offensively today, better at bats, better contact in some situations. Today felt like we hit the ball on the screws quite a bit, even some for outs in some big spots. So encouraging to see that, and hopefully a couple of guys getting some traction there. Max pitched obviously really well. And I thought Bed threw the ball really well there at the end too. So tough one, no doubt. We got to get ready for tomorrow. Quick one.
Which does the speed obviously play a part in it, especially late in the game on that Rays team? Yeah,
obviously. I mean, that's especially in that part of the order coming up. That's what they do well there, is they're running, handling the bat a little bit, and then they put a couple balls in plays. We're kind of chopping it off that turf that got us tonight.
Even if Jazz makes that play there in the 10th, you still think it's...
Yeah, and taking the shot to turn it up the middle there with Aranda, a little bit of a slower runner there, and still having the 5-man. I think especially with speed on third there, it's going to be a challenge.
You mentioned you thought maybe the offense had some better at-bats today, but when you look at the numbers, 2 for 12 with runners in scoring position, 12 left on base. Caballero with some big hits. Yeah. But how do you get the rest of them going? What do you say to your team after a loss like this?
Yeah, I mean, a few of those were Giancarlo, where I thought 2 of his at-bats were really good with runners in scoring position. Belly had a really good at-bat there in the end with Judge out at second. So those things I thought were better, where an area we've been struggling. So hopefully those things start to add up for us, and we start to see the offense take off a little bit.
That final play, did you think Jazz could have turned a double play there?
No.
Even though Yanni seemed like it was right next to him?
I'd have to look back and see exactly where Yandy is. It's tough. I just watching Jazz, and once he got kind of off balance and to the ground, I think as soon as it was chopped, as the fielder, you kind of realize you're up against it there. So I have to look back and see Jazz or Yandy.
I'm down to visit with Max in the 8th. Is that one where you're considering taking him out there, or are you kind of on the fence coming in?
More probably sticking with him there. I kind of liked him through potentially Aranda there, just in how we were lined up. Once they get to third, it's going to be challenging with Yandy, who's going to put in play, and he chopped it. So that kind of beat us there. So I thought Max was really good tonight, really efficient, and did everything he needed to do to help us win.
You went out there in the top of the 8th with Caballero at the plate. What was going on between him and the umpire?
Just, with the... they had given the pitcher a warning for starting to come set before Caballero's addressing him before that, or outside the 8 seconds. So,
was there any thought to pinch hitting Goldschmidt or Grichuk?
Yeah, fair. Definitely could have, should have, whatever, but some definite consideration.
Why ultimately did you stick with Grichuk there?
Just felt like, it was a good spot for him too, and haven't seen him last night. So, but fair question.
Goldschmidt was available.
Yes.
The bunt that Walls had, Bednar comes home, no one covers first. Does Jazz need to cover first, or does it?
Yeah, but at the same time, because it's straight to the pitcher there, it's also one where Benny, and it's understandable, Benny's coming in to try and cut that run aggressively too. So yes, recognition there is important. Yeah.
After Caballero, it seemed like had the 2 disengagements there in the top of the 10th, and then Rosario swung on the next pitch. Is that one where you prefer him to take one there?
Yeah, I mean, probably a chance to steal there, yeah.